Hey there, so today we have another review, and this is a beer courtesy of David from Stone, so thank you so much for sending this one out. This is Stone Totalitarian Imperial Russian Stout. They skipped a year on making Imperial Russian Stout. Now they're back with it. It's brewed with flaked oats and Belma hops, and so now it's called Totalitarian, 10.6%. Let's dig in. Beer comes in a beautiful dark black color, nice and oily, medium to dark brown head on there. Let's get the aroma on this one. Get some licorice, dark chocolate, familiar Imperial Stout flavors. And they brew with Belma hops, and I just suspect there's a little bit of that melon cantaloupe thing dancing in the aroma. A little bit of play of fruitiness, dark fruitiness. But yeah, just big roasted malts for days. Cheers. Oh yeah, that's Imperial Russian Stout. This beer in general for me was always the bitter Imperial Stout, and it follows on the palate. It's not overly bitter, but just be careful. If you like your bitter Imperial Stouts, this is the one to go to. It's on that side of the spectrum. Baseline bitterness, you're getting the woodiness, and just pops up front, introduces you to bitterness, and leaves all the way onto the back end, woody hop bitterness. The mouthfeel is actually not as big and sludgy as some other Imperial Stouts, but it's still nice, silky at 10.6%, medium plus. On the palate, you get tons of cacao, more of that licorice quality. On the back end, you're moved on to a little bit of that mocha and some espresso bitterness. But in general, what really tells you that this beer is there is that bitterness rides throughout the palate, because this beer doesn't have that much cloying quality and residual sweetness, perceived residual sweetness. The alcohol ends up showing itself a little bit on the back end. So if you like a little bit of that booze and kick for your Imperial Stouts, you're going to enjoy this one. So this is absolutely fantastic. For me, this is still the same beer that I remember. Maybe hints of different aroma. Maybe the mouthfeel is a little bit different from the oats. Quite possible, but this was always one to age. I like this beer a little bit more rounded and less aggressive and Stone-like, because Stone always enjoys its hops and that kind of forward flavor. But I think that works for a lot of people. If you like your Imperial Stouts with lots of impact and bitterness, you're going to enjoy this fresh. Get it fresh this year because you missed it last year. For me, I'd like to see this with a few more years, but at the place it's at right now, I'm giving this a 91. It's still a very, 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 very good Imperial Stout. Anyway, they also sent me Nutista's Stone Ground Nut Butter. So this is in collaboration with Stone. And so this is a nut butter made with almond, peanut, cacao, coffee, and then some malt. So consistency-wise, this stuff is extremely thick. I don't even have this fridge, and it is, I don't even know what it's like. I don't have a product in my fridge that is this dense, but on the palate. So this is something you even have to chew. It's dry. It's hard. Yeah, it's actually quite dry on the palate, but it's hard to describe what it is. It's nothing like Nutella. It's not sweet. It's not creamy. Nor is it necessarily like regular peanut butter, which is very smooth, again, like Nutella. Even coarse ground peanut butter would be a little bit more like this. If you go to a gourmet store that makes their own peanut butter, it might be a little bit more like this. It's very coarse. You have to bite into it. You're chewing into the almonds and peanuts and the other ingredients in there. The nice thing about this product is it's not that sweet. I don't have a big sweet tooth, so this product works for me. I would like to use this on something. Granted, I'm not quite sure what. I imagine you want to spread this on bread, but I mean, I imagine you just completely rip up a piece of bread if you try to do that. So you guys post in the comments below what I'm supposed to do with this, but it's quite delicious. I like the complexity of the chocolate, the coffee, the nut flavors dancing in there, the malt is maybe playing around in there. It's just a nice product, and I think it's a cool thing. Just has a little bit of strange consistency, and also you're going to be have to be okay with the coarsely ground grindiness that you're going to have to put on your teeth. But other than that, it's got great flavor, and it's a nice product. And actually, while we're here, we're going to try to pair it with the beer. Yeah, it's nice. You can eat it straight up because it's not that sweet, but you're pretty much eating it. And the dark chocolate flavors are quite nice. Yeah, see, what this does is that the amount of sweetness here extracts all the sweetness from the beer, and what you're left with is the residual back end bitterness, and then the alcohol vibrates on the palate. So whether you like that is up to you. I don't think it's a perfect pairing. It's not a very, very good one, but I think this product is great and this product is great. So until next time, shout out to Stone. This is absolutely delicious. Until next time, later.